How do you explain the difference between centralization, regulation, or decentralization, or deregulation, if you were to explain that to a sixth grader?
A decentralized asset is one that is so diffused on so many different computers in the hands of so many people that no one person can change it or corrupt it. Means Bill Gates can't corrupt it. The head of the SEC can't corrupt it. A president of, the head of Russia or the US or the UAE can't corrupt it. No company can corrupt it. If I own $1 billion of it, I can't corrupt it. And so a decentralized asset is like the cold virus. You get the cold, a billionaire gets the cold, you both have the same cold, the billionaire doesn't duck the cold, you can't give the billionaire a different cold than you got. It is just a force of nature. We all equally share and, benefit and suffer. If I give you an orange and I give a billionaire an orange and I give the head of Russia an orange, you all got the same orange. Nobody gets a better deal. That is a decentralized commodity. A centralized asset is like Apple stock. If Tim Cook gets up and decides to print 10 million more shares of Apple stock, he could. If Tim Cook decides to cut the price of the iPhone to zero, like Mark Zuckerberg, here's an example of the risk of owning a security. Zuckerberg decides that Facebook should be Meta, and the price of the stock falls by 65%. And is it legal and ethical for him to do it? Yeah. If you bought Facebook stock, you read the report, you know he controls the company, you know he's the CEO, you know he could do it. You can complain about it, but that was the risk you had going into it. You're never going to wake up and be holding an orange in your hand and find out that some dude that hates you around the world cast a magic spell and made 2/3 of your orange disappear. You see? So one of these things is a natural asset. The other is an artificial asset. Securities are man-made assets. Commodities are nature-created assets. They both come with risks. But when you buy a bar of gold and you lose money, it's not because the CEO of Gold Corp made the gold copper, right? And then made it rot away on you, right? Gold, it is what it is. It's a natural risk, and so that's why securities laws are structured such that the liabilities of officers of companies lie in the manipulation of the securities. And so if I was explaining it to a kid in school, I would just say a truly decentralized thing results in a commodity where no one can corrupt it. And a centralized thing is a security. You're reliant upon the effort of somebody else and you have to trust them. And if you trust them, you may get a benefit. But, just like trusting a bank, when you own someone's fiat currency, you trust the government not to print more. When you put your money in a bank, you trust the bank to give your money back to you. And when you buy a stock, you trust the CEO or the management team not to destroy the company through ineptitude or not to dilute your stock by, just giving it all to themselves secretly and not telling you.
So with all the craziness taking place, I believe future looks bright. If you believe future looks bright, get your latest Future Looks Bright hat of Valuetainment. It says Future Looks Bright here, Future Looks Bright here. We got them in white, we got them in black, we got them in red. Our black on black sold out. These are about to sell out. If you haven't ordered one yet, we had a person in Michigan, bought one, then he bought 3. Then when those 3 people weren't in the office, they had to order 58 of them because people wanted the Future Looks Bright hat, especially during times like this, because ain't nobody saying Future Looks Bright. To order your Future Looks Bright hat, click over here. And to watch the entire podcast, click here. Take care, everybody.